So guys, we figured we'd do this a little bit different this time. We've had Kevin at our first event, and it was a really great idea because when we first started, we didn't even know we were under network marketing law. I remember the conversations with Kevin where we had an internet marketing attorney, and when we originally started the company, I was like, well, each product only pays on one level, so it's not network marketing because the commission goes to one person, right? And then Kevin was like, David, commission can come from like 10 levels down, and it's multiple levels of commissions, Dave. And I'm like, God damn it. So, yeah, with his evil lawyer glare. Then we made an income disclosure, which apparently nobody's linking to. We started, I think we have the only live income disclosure network marketing, and he's been our, legal, he's been representing us since then, which is almost since we launched. And so he's tremendously knowledgeable. Today we want to do a little different though, because we want to make sure a couple of issues get turned around a little bit. Normally Dave is the one, he comes in, I'm like nice and I give you hugs, and, it's like, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And Dave's like, if something's going wrong. He's got to, it's the mohawk, that's there specifically designed to make him look meaner, It's a psychological construction, the way that he dresses. He actually, when we're not around, like I wear jeans and then he wears shorts. We just do this to give the nice guy, mean guy look. But guys, couple of things, and this is what we're going to spend the whole time talking about. All right, two things, okay? And I want you guys to hear me really close, right? One time, I was taking martial arts. I was 19, right? Yeah, we got two guys. We're like, woo, woo, woo. Ha! Right? Somebody ki for me. I was not expecting that, more than I expected, right? I can't hear that ki. All right, so I was in this kung fu class, right? And like it was real serious. If you stood wrong, they'd come kick you in the shins. You know what I mean? Like I remember one time I was standing with my legs too wide, and they came up, they kicked me in the balls, right? In kung fu, and you didn't have your cup on. No cup, right? Now, but I'll tell you, I only stood wrong that one time. Right? I learned fast that time, right? I remembered that for a long time, right? Well, anyway, one time we started to get lazy. We started to talk too much in class. Our stance started getting wider. We were chit-chatting and not really taking it seriously. And we had this little thing called the War Room. There's this picture of this like 9-foot giant Chinese man that apparently like slayed 1 million people on a bridge once in ancient China. I'm not sure that story's like, made up or anything, but apparently it's true. And he had this huge blade, and it was behind this table that just kind of like looked a little evil, you know what I mean? And he took the class. There was like 10 of us in this room, and he was breathing heavy, and he looked mad. And he slammed his fist on the table, and he stared us in the eyes, and his eyes got bloodshot, and he said, "I'm disappointed in you." And I was like, shit. And then he chewed us out for like 30 minutes, right? Because we were getting lazy, right? Now, I'm not going to do that. But we have a table. Guys, we are being lazy with our income disclosures, okay? Lazy. And I'm assuming it's because people don't know how to do it, okay? We have people making a lot of money. Who in here has earned a commission? Scream out. Woo! Okay, I know there's 4 of you that are like, damn it, I wish I could scream too. Don't worry, you'll get there. Guys,
normally it's only 4 who do scream.
Yeah, I know, it is. It's like, who's earned a commission? And it's like, woo, woo, woo. It's like that guy over there, So we got some results, right? Well, it's important to talk about the results. We want you guys to, but you guys got to understand that there's laws we need to follow, and we want to have hundreds of thousands of people in an auditorium. And to do that, we need to be legal, right? That makes sense to everybody in here? Yes. So well, take some time to teach how to do it. Income claims, number one.
Like,
Number two, okay? Number two, this is a cultural thing, all right? It's not what sells better, it's a cultural thing, okay? When we talk about our products and why people should buy them, let's talk about the value.
Yes.
All right, we're going to talk about that a little bit more. After tonight, nobody will be able to contest the value. We're going to talk about how to do that today. But right now, about 70% of the people who are getting asked, why should I buy that product? They're responding with, okay, and we've done surveys.
So much money.
They're responding with, why should you buy that product? Well, of course, to get a commission, right? Well, let's hope that when people ask you that, they're not like a regulator or something, okay? We actually have products, right? Some of you took a little while to figure that out, and you're like, oh wait, you mean this isn't a scam, Dave? You know, it's like, wow, I'm leaving, you know. I think when Kevin came to our first event, you know, people were like, there was a few people that were standing in the back like this, and by the look on their face, I could tell they're thinking, I thought this was a pyramid scam, and I was excited then. So guys, those are the two things we're going to talk about. We're going to spend the next 33 minutes talking about them and how to do them, okay? And we want to ask you guys to make some commitments. This is serious stuff, and let's do it together. And if anybody goes to the bathroom during this or gets up out of your chair, we're going to scream at you in bloody rage.
We've been, and I want to point this out to you guys too, is that we've been going back and forth because we came from the field. Dave and I came from the field, so we understand what it is and what it's like to make income disclaimers and make income claims and stuff like that. And or actually, we didn't know what it was like because in the field, truthfully, there was no real education about it. In the previous companies that I was in, you know, truthfully, and they were all great companies, and I respect them and I love them, but nobody was making money. So nobody had to worry about it, right? So it's just the truth. I'm just being truthful.
There's
right?
nothing to claim.
Love it or hate it, it was just the truth, right? Nobody was really making any money. There was like two guys, like we said, so there was no real education. So at first, and I'll just, you know, this is just the truth is when we started talking about income claims and disclosures and stuff like this, I actually thought that it would hurt sales. And I actually thought that just because, I mean, this is just basically a lot of misinformation and misguidance. And, you know, there's a lot of bad teachers out there. Would you agree?
Yeah.
A lot of bad teachers. And a lot of times we model bad, you know, examples, right? We see somebody who's out there and they're like, you know, make $1 billion in 2 seconds and, you know, they're doing well and we think that that's the way to do it. But it's really not. Because the truth is, and this is what I found in my own marketing, and I've also seen other guys, other big marketers who have just been brutal with the disclosure. You know what it makes me feel like when I'm buying from them? It makes me trust them more. It does. It makes me trust them more because they're willing to go the extra step to put the disclosure in there. And what I've noticed and what we've noticed, because Dave and I market just like you guys do. And I don't know if all of you in here know that. A lot of you here, again, one more time, a show of hands. Who in here, this is their first event? Show of hands.
Crazy.
Okay, so we started this company not because we wanted to build the biggest company, but because we really wanted to have the richest team. We wanted to really give people a chance for success. So we're actively in the trenches marketing. We've done a lot of tests. And ever since I started adding little disclosures in my emails, my sales have increased. Why? Well, because there's a lot of people who, everybody's not like me. Like I believe that, you know, sometimes in the marketing niche, it's like an incestuous little like community of schemers who love to buy schemy shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, and I was joking about this the other day, but it's kind of the truth. Like, you know, some guys, they see a video and if it's just not all professionally done, they just don't want to have anything to do with it. But me, like if one of those really schemy videos starts, I just get sucked in. And the schemier, the better. You know? But the truth is that everybody is not like me, right? Everybody's not like you. So in order to be as successful as possible, we've got to not only be legal. Because guys, this is not just about being here today and being gone tomorrow. This is not what this is about. This is about building a legacy. It's about building a dynasty. It's about being around for a long time. It's about being able to build a business that you can pass on to your kids. I mean, that's what we're here for. Let's do this for the majority of the time. We got about 30 minutes to do this. Okay, so I want to shoot Kevin some questions. Actually, if somebody could get me a handheld mic too, maybe we'll even open up some other questions about this stuff. If you guys do have questions for how to do disclosures or how to frame products, that might be a good idea. But Kevin, you told us some things real early on about income disclosures. Because I think our first video had like one gigantic 30-minute income claim with no disclosure whatsoever. And you saw it. I know that you had to get your resuscitation and go to the hospital there for a minute. But what are the actual rules? Like if somebody makes a claim in a video, a blog post, on Facebook, how do they have to actually disclose that to be legal?
Sure. Well, yeah, before we get into specifics.
Can I just give Kevin Thompson a hand, guys? Come on, Kevin. Oh no, that was me kissing Dave. Yeah.
Oh, mic's off. There we go, back on. All right. Well, first of all, it's an honor to be here. And I tell you, we're breaking new ground because I don't think any lawyer has ever been in this kind of an environment with these kind of guys. I'll take it off later, but not for you. I'm nice, but don't piss me off. That being said, the last time we were here, back in Chicago, I think, and there's a lot of first-timers here, we covered about the importance of compliance. And usually when you hear the C word, you think, that's kind of boring. But just what Sharp was mentioning, there's a book called Speed of Trust. Yep. And the whole point of the book, it says, look, there's an economic value to trust. And the great companies out there in the marketplace, they invest considerable resources building up trust. And in this kind of profession, they purposely build a professional sales culture, right? And that's what these guys are doing. They're trying to purposely build a professional sales culture. And so that's why we have, the compliance training module that's out there. Another thing about compliance that makes it important, especially as a company begins to grow significantly, it's like when you're digging for pipes in Texas, for oil. If you're off by an inch, right? As you extrapolate, as you go out in the future, you could be off by several miles if you're not careful. So that's the importance of course correcting as you operate your company. And that's what's going on here. So what's happening is there's a lot of folks out here making money, right? And here's the good news. You can talk about the money that you're making. That's not illegal. And Dave, you were asking about the rule. The rule is this. Whenever you talk about money, assuming it's above average, and let's just be honest, you're not going to talk about average money. You have to provide a disclosure. That's the basic rule. Okay, so then the FTC drills down a little bit further and they say, well, here's how you do it. And this law, guys, it just came out in April. So it's really fresh. And we're still trying to interpret it. It's federal government stuff. It's boring. But they give specific instructions as far as how you can create disclosures and provide disclosures online. Okay, and everybody here, you're all internet marketers, you're all online, you have an internet business, so it's important to understand these basics. So here's what they say. You make a claim online, whether it's on your blog, or you show an image, you're holding a check, and you put the image on Facebook. That's also an income claim. You make these claims, it's imperative, what the FTC says, that you provide clear and conspicuous disclosure next to the ad, or next to the claim, right? And it also needs to be in close proximity. Now that's just government speak for it needs to be damn close to the claim that you make.